Hi, this is Doris from there'saplaceintheworld.com. Today I'm going to do a quick overview of how to find paid writing gigs on Craigslist. If you have read my ebook, The Absolute Beginner's Guide to Writing Online and Getting Paid, or read any of my resources on my website, then you know that one of my earliest writing jobs that I got paid to do was something that I found on Craigslist. I was hired to write 2 blogs a month for a crafting retreat, and I got paid to do crafts, scrapbook for my kids, and write about it. So it was a fun gig. I got paid $35 per post, which is not a lot, but it was a place for me to start, and it also helped me get some of my writing up online, and it was just another place where I could link to and show other potential employers some of my work. A lot of people are scared of Craigslist. It seems like it can be kind of shady, or maybe there's a lot of scams on there. And that's true. There is the potential for things like that. But if you're careful and if you pay attention, you can protect yourself from being scammed and potentially find some interesting work and get paid to do it. Okay. I started out, typed in Craigslist in a Google search, and I'm going to click right here. Now there are two places that you can look to find posts for writing jobs on Craigslist. The first is under Jobs. Scroll down and you see Writing and Editing, and when you open up you'll see some listings for writing work and editing work online. You can search specifically in your area if that makes you feel more comfortable, so that you could potentially work with local businesses. But the majority of these are remote positions, and it doesn't matter where they're from. Let's see, social media manager, web content writer, full or part-time. This one looks interesting. And so just think of Craigslist as an online help wanted page. So that's basically what this is. This gives you the information that you need to get in touch with whoever is doing the hiring. So this is an internet marketing firm. Sounds like it's similar to the digital marketing companies that I regularly work for. Contract position, $17 an hour, work from home. And then it looks like you can take as much work as you would like. So it looks like they have a certain amount of work available and you claim it. So this looks like it could be a good option. $17 isn't a ton of money, but it's a good place to start, especially if you are trying to build a career writing online. Now, I personally, at this point in my career, get paid, most of the time I get paid per project. So that means the more quickly and efficiently I work, the higher I get paid. So getting paid by the hour is not ideal in my opinion, but we all have to start somewhere, and this is a good place to start. Now, when you look at qualifications, they want you to have experience with SEO content writing, and they want to see samples of your writing via email or URL. So this is why I recommend in my ebook and on the resources on my website that you get some writing done, even if you have to write for free on websites like InfoBarrel or Medium, or create your own blog. Having something online to link to show these potential employers is essential for you to get the job, because they will not know if you can do the job, how you write if you can do it, unless they see some of your work. In order to apply, send your resume, your writing sample, and then they will ask you to create a writing sample with the topic that they provide. This is very common. Just about every employer that I have worked for had me do a writing sample as part of the application process. Even though I had things to link to show them, they wanted me to write something on a topic of their choosing. So if this happens, do it. No big deal. And most of the times that I have done a writing sample as part of an interview process, the employer has come back and asked me to make changes. I just want to say that sometimes I think that they would do this no matter if they thought your writing was perfect or not, because the way that you respond to being asked to make changes, the way you respond to being corrected, is going to tell them a lot about whether or not they want you as an employee or a contract writer. So if someone corrects you, if the employer or the potential employer wants you to write something differently, if they want you to use a different style or a different voice or whatever it may be, do your best to have a good attitude, not argue about the changes that they want to make, and show that you can be a team player, that you can take correction when necessary, and that you're not going to cause them problems by arguing all the time anytime that the client wants some changes made. Now, the next place that you can look for writing work, go back to that main page where the listings are, and go down here to gigs. Some places are going to put their postings under gigs instead of under jobs. It's just a different way to say the same thing. So, and some of them are posted in both. But here you go. No local results found. Doesn't really matter because we want to work remotely anyway. So yeah, as you can see, there's lots of different things. Some of these, like the one I just showed you under jobs, was for an agency. I noticed that some of these listings are also for job boards. This one, for example, is for a job board called Metro. When you follow this link and go to their website, you sign up, put in your information, create a profile, and then you can start claiming work or applying for work. It's a lot like freelancer.com or upwork.com. It's something to look into. I think Craigslist is a good place to start your search for paid work online. There's a lot of competition on, the job boards like Upwork and freelancer.com. And sometimes local businesses do not know or want to use those know how or want to use those resources, and they will go to Craigslist and post opportunities, which is exactly what happened when I got my writing work from the local crafting retreat. They needed some help. Craigslist was an inexpensive way for them to put a post up and find someone to help them. So don't write it off just because you have heard that there are a lot of scams on Craigslist, or if you've experienced one yourself. Just be diligent about protecting your information. Do not hand over your credit card number or a lot of personal information. If anything seems a little odd or off, just move on. Just move on to the next opportunity and forget about them. Just take that as your intuition telling you that maybe this isn't the right one. And then one more thing I want to say about finding work on Craigslist. Some of the work that you will find is for very low pay. Now, I know I tell you to write for free to get your writing samples up, and I still think that you should. But after you have done that and you start looking for work, don't undervalue yourself so much. I mean, there are people on the job boards like Upwork and freelancer.com and on Craigslist that will put up job postings and want to pay nothing. I saw one just a minute ago where they wanted to pay $1 per 100 words. And when you calculate that out, you could end up writing this huge document with thousands and thousands of words and make barely anything. You need to think about how much time this is going to take you and what you will actually be making when all is said and done. So there's a balance there. If you haven't gotten any writing work, any paid writing work at all, then maybe you'll be happy to just get something and get more writing samples up online. And that's fine. But don't let yourself get stuck in a situation where you are just working so hard and writing so much and barely making anything. There are good paying writing jobs out there, and it will take you some time to find some that are a great fit that you love and that pay well, but they're there. Thanks so much for watching this video. I hope that it has helped answer some of your questions about how to find paid writing gigs on Craigslist. If you have any more questions, leave them in the comments, and I will do my best to answer them. You can also head over to there'saplaceintheworld.com and read the resources I have on there where I talk more in depth about this topic and tons of others. Thank you. See you next time.